Hello, everybody. My name is John Ingram with Townsquare Media Montrose, and I am very overjoyed to be joined once again by Stacey Ryan with the Valley Symphony Association, Troy Raper, the music director and the orchestra conductor of the VSA, and Brad Wiersma, the marketing director of Montrose Regional Health. And Brad is here because Montrose Regional Health is the concert partner for the upcoming show on February 24th and 25th. A Night at the Movies, Hollywood Favorites starring the classics. Now, we talk a lot when we chat with Stacey and Troy from the VSA about all of the exciting and creative ways that concerts are created in terms of the themes and why folks should come to that. I would say, Stacey, that A Night at the Movies, Hollywood Favorites starring the classics, it's going to have very broad appeal from the community. I mean, everyone has their favorite movie song. Everybody loves the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. This is going to be a very exciting concert. I want to talk first, and Stacey, you may defer to Troy on this, but I'll ask you, how did this theme come up? What are the origins of A Night at the Movies, Hollywood Favorites starring the classics?
Troy, do you remember? I just think it's a great, it's a great, I just think it's a great theme. It's lots of fun to play these kinds of pieces. And it, like you said, it has a lot of crowd appeal. And yeah, I mean, everybody loves movie music. It's the opera of our time.
Troy, what are your thoughts about the origins?
Yeah, when I was brought on in this last summer, and they handed me a list of concerts that had been sort of worked over with the music committee, and that music committee involves a bunch of people from the orchestra trying to come up with some ideas and push that forward into a theme. And that was put together by our previous music committee, which is all musicians and folks from the VSA that got together as a committee and sort of came up with that. So they gave me the idea, and we just ran with it and started to pick things that would work within that theme.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many to choose from. I mean, you think about just the Rolodex of all the movies you've seen and then the great songs from those. And I know that the set list, if you will, is something that folks can go see and see exactly what Hollywood movie songs will be played. Troy, what are you most excited for in terms of the list of songs that are going to be played at the upcoming concert?
You know, there's a couple on there that are really sort of in my favorite space. One is the Blue Danube from 2001 Space Odyssey. Yep. It's one of Stanley Kubrick's shining moments to put that song to basically a dance theme in the middle of a space movie. And I think it's tremendous. Plus, it's absolutely a joy to play. So that's going to be one of our stars. Also, the Wild Wild West, the theme from Wild Wild West, has all sorts of connotations. I think everybody has seen almost every version of Wild Wild West that's out there. And then, of course, Star Wars and Phantom of the Opera. We got a big show coming, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
And Stacey, what about you as somebody who's in the orchestra? What are you most excited for to play at the upcoming concert?
I don't think we have a part, but I love the Symphony 25 of Mozart. Yes. It opens up the Amadeus movie, and I love Amadeus, and so that one is like stuck in my brain. But as far as playing, there's also The Hobbit. We're going to be playing from that, and Harry Potter. So I've got a thing for Harry Potter.
Yeah,
not Harry Potter himself, but the movies.
It is. It's one of those newer movies that has a classic.
John Williams. Yeah, John Williams.
I know he's your favorite.
He's awesome.
That'll be great. And I want to pivot now to Brad. Brad, of course, marketing director with Montrose Regional Health, the concert partner for the upcoming concert. Brad, hoping you can talk a little bit about the origins of the partnership between Montrose Regional Health and the VSA and kind of how it's developed from there.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've been a sponsor of the Valley Symphony Association for several years now. It's been quite the partnership. I think for us, we see some commonality there in terms of what we do for the quality of life in Montrose. Just like the quality of the movie. So this past weekend, I watched Superman, the original Superman movie. And I hadn't seen it in quite a while. And I watched it. And I realized this time how much the music makes that movie. Not just the title theme everybody thinks of, but throughout that movie, especially that first half of the movie, the music makes everything. And music does that. Music adds to your quality of life quite a bit. And so, we also see what we're doing for the community. We're growing with our community, what we're doing to basically offer practically every service that you can get in a bigger city and that advanced technology and offer it right here in Montrose. And it's a big deal. And so I see how we're both working towards improving quality of life here in Montrose and see a lot of commonality there.
I like that parallel. I think that was very well said. And we've talked about this before, Stacey, you and I, about just how important the VSA is to the fabric of the community. The arts is something that a lot of communities seem to overlook. I mean, there are, of course, pressing matters of the day, and not every community can be as vibrant as Montrose culturally, but the VSA plays a big part of that. And Stacey, what do you think of what he said? I think that's a great answer. How both Montrose Regional Health, obviously from a healthcare perspective, quality of life, but then tying that in to culture in Montrose and the Western Slope as a whole with the VSA. What do you think about the partnership between Montrose Regional Health and the VSA just overall?
Well, absolutely. I'll just echo what Brad said. And it's all about quality of life, whether it's what you enjoy listening to or a day or a night out with the family, or if it's the necessity of when you might need medical service. It's all part of life.
Yeah.
And absolutely, the music that you hear in movies and all around you and television shows, commercials, I mean, that's the soundtrack of your life. And again, I think Troy could speak to this as well, but from my perspective, it's, all of the different organizations that support us as concert partners, everybody from Montrose Regional Health to Budget Blinds to DMEA, Colorado Outdoors, BMO, Go Big Banners, all of those are our concert partners. We have so many more I could rattle off, but there's so many different groups that help us continue to be here. And I think Troy's spoken before about how many orchestras, be they volunteer orchestras like ours or professional orchestras, have fallen away, have closed down because of the lack of support over the last 10 years. It's been rough on the arts. And we are so grateful that, we as volunteer musicians from all walks of life, from all over the region, all ages, are able to continue to play in this really special organization.
Yeah, Troy, I do want to go to you on that. I know you have been part of many musical organizations throughout your career. I know you're fairly new, full-time at least, to the VSA, but talk to me a bit more about just the way that the support from organizations like Montrose Regional Health, how they really continue to keep the VSA off the ground and how important it is to have that community support.
Well, we have an ensemble like this that's a volunteer group. Just because it's volunteer doesn't mean it doesn't cost money to put a production on. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that need to happen way ahead of time. 16 months out, we're making plans and trying to come up with all the things that need to happen so that we can put a concert on stage and offer an arts service really to our community and give them an opportunity to have some healing time that's, you kind of just sit back and go to the moment. And I think that's what musical arts do for sure for us, is to, sort of pull us out of the moment and go somewhere else. And this concert specifically is going to take people to all those places that they have been or dreamt of going, and large, expansive music that sort of takes it away and gives you a chance to relax your mind and your spirit. And I think all of that leads to a more healthy community. And there are places that there's just so many opportunities for people to have that are going away because of the support that doesn't materialize. And so we're just in an absolutely wonderful situation here that people are giving and supporting and volunteering and putting their time and energy into the arts here.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way you said that. And you talk about giving an opportunity for people to kind of go away and escape to a more magical place. I think that is true with any concert that the VSA puts on, but specifically A Night at the Movies, Hollywood favorite starring the classics. I know it's being referred to as Symphonicon, and I like this element. And Stacey, I want to ask you about the dress up part of this. It can be a fun thing for the community as a whole for this specific concert.
It really will. Yeah, we're calling Symphonicon the dress up part because Troy has done something magical himself in that for the last 12 years, at least I've been playing for 12 years, we wear what we call our concert black, and we try to blend in, and you can have a little bit of feathers or sparkles or whatever, but it's really about kind of the homogenized look and feel of the symphony on stage. But because of the theme, Troy had the idea to let us all on stage dress up in one of our favorite movie characters from our set list. And we're also encouraging people in the audiences to come as their favorite movie character. And then we're going to have a little bit of a costume contest on stage at intermission.
That'll be very fun. Very fun. And I think, Troy and Stacey, some of the themes, the songs that you mentioned will be played. I think people can get some inspiration on what to dress up as from that. And I want to shift gears. I know that we talked about this last time we chatted with the folks from the VSA, but I know that the Valley Symphony Association has a new YouTube channel. I know we're getting away a little bit from the specific concert, but I would be remiss not to mention it. Troy, I know this was your brainchild. Talk to folks who may not have heard the first time we discussed it, what the goal of the YouTube channel is and how people can contribute to the prominence and the ability to even stream concerts live. What's the background on that?
Well, YouTube is a tool for us to not only to share our performances, especially to people who may be homebound or can't get out in the evening or don't want to drive at night, would like to come to a concert. The eventual goal is we could specifically have a ticketing thing for a YouTube video of our live performance. That's a ways down the road, but what we'd like to do is share what we're doing, interviews with the conductors and all of our performances and events that we may be participating in order for us to stream those live and share those in real time. We need to have subscribers on that channel. We can stream it now with a few subscribers, but not everyone can come watch it. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think that last time we checked, we had just around 300. I know the number is right around there still. So what we need to encourage people to do is go to the Valley Symphony Association's YouTube page and hit subscribe. Stacey mentioned last time it is free. It is painless. It is something that you can do if you happen to have multiple accounts, should you so choose. But that is a really good way for people who may not be able to make it to the concerts themselves. They'll be able to still experience the VSA from the comfort of their home. And I think it's a great avenue and a great medium for the Valley Symphony Association to be on. So how would you find, if you're listening right now, how would you find the Valley Symphony Association's YouTube page? One more time for everybody.
Go to valleysymphony.net and click on the link there, or you can simply search in the search bar at YouTube for Valley Symphony Association Montrose.
Very good. Very helpful. Thank you. Make sure you go do that as soon as possible. Brad, I want to go back to you just overall from Montrose Regional Health's perspective. I know you mentioned and highlighted before the importance of contributing to the community and just being involved in the health of the community from a cultural standpoint with the sponsorship from the VSA. But of course, just from a healthcare perspective, what is going on at Montrose Regional Health? Anything that you want our listeners to know about anything at all? This is a chance to get something out for them.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think one of the things we're really excited about right now is you might have seen the articles in the newspaper and Grand Junction TV stations and on the radio about our Excelsius robotic assisted surgery system for spine surgeries. Dr. Addison Wood's our spine surgeon who came in September, and it's been a really big deal for our communities to have that local, and then this robotic system is extremely advanced. It uses 3D scans, and it can give so much information to the doctor for the surgery and also help guide him in that surgical experience. Even though we already have an extremely skilled individual, it helps even more just to make sure everything is spot on. And we're hearing about other areas starting to send their patients our way because we have our Excelsius robotic system and we have an ICU, and we're able to do things that even they're not able to do. So we're super excited about that. And then we also have our ambulatory care center, which you might have seen, that big building over there kind of by Target. And we're going to have a soft open in March. So we're going to have some different services move out there in March. But that won't be the official open. Okay, the official open, we'll have a big grand opening sometime in April. So keep your eyes peeled because we're going to have a big party, let everybody know what's going on down there at the ACC. But it's really exciting. It's going to be at a great location for folks. And really our aim has been to lower the cost of care and have a great experience for our patients. And so you're going to be able to experience that there. It'll be great for if you're going in for spine and pain. They'll be moving out there. We'll have a clinic for Mountain View Therapy. Alpine Women's Center will be moving out there. And we just have a number of services out there that will be wonderful for our community.
Yeah, no, that's both very important things. And I know you mentioned the robotics being able to assist in surgery. I mean, there are very talented doctors, talented surgeons, but in this day and age, you've got to be able to embrace the technology. And that's not like replacing doctors or surgeons. It's just complementing them. And I think that's an important thing as we move through. I mean, we see all these changes going on with artificial intelligence. I mean, technology is not slowing down. It's doing just the opposite. And I would imagine that with the talented surgeons and doctors that you have, already, coupled with the advances in technology, it is going to be a really, really just even more high class than it already is. So that's exciting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The system that we have for spine and pain it makes us the most advanced in the Western Slope.
Right.
I mean, they know exactly down to a millimeter where that screw is going to go. They can pick exactly the right screw. So it's really meant to be specific to each patient's anatomy, which is huge.
Yeah.
When I came here 8 years ago, I was floored by the level of care we have in a community our size compared to what you see elsewhere. And we've just continued to grow with our community. So it's been really exciting.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome. And everyone listening should be grateful that there is such an advanced healthcare facility right here in our backyard. And as you said, the most advanced on the Western Slope. So we appreciate that very much. So Stacey, I want to get back to you one more time with the upcoming show. In case folks need a refresher on when and where it is going to be Saturday, February 24th at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday, February 25th at 3 p.m. at the Montrose Pavilion. And you can get tickets and get more information at valleysymphony.net. It is a night at the movies, Hollywood favorites, starring the classics. It's Symphonicon. They are encouraging you to dress up as your favorite Hollywood star. Troy gave us some insight about some of the songs that will be played, and it really is going to be beautiful. There have been so many great musical soundtracks across time in Hollywood movies, so that's very exciting and has a lot of appeal to folks in the area. Stacey, what else are we missing? What else do you want to mention about the upcoming show?
Well,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
You might have to edit this.
That's okay.
I think you kind of covered it.
Yeah, I kind of took the words right out of your mouth and then asked you what else there is.
What else?
Maybe we can look ahead, beyond February 24th and 25th, upcoming shows past that. And maybe we can get Troy then to give a quick recap of how season 52 has gone so far.
Well, I would say you've covered our February concert really well. And we are also looking forward to our March concert, which is our chorus concert. And it's going to be on the 30th and 31st of March. And its theme is Heaven and Bluegrass. And it's going to be incredibly creative. We're featuring the Black Canyon Boys, which is a local Montrose bluegrass band that are getting off the ground. And I know they play at Blue Corn, but they're going to be supplementing this concert, which is a lot of, speaking of movies, she's going to be pulling a lot from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which is fabulous. And Troy, do you know of other things that Katie's got up her sleeve for that concert?
Well, I know she's really excited about the band that she's got, and they're going to be a very unique use of the chorus and working within that genre. So I'm excited for that show just to go experience it, because I think it's going to be a fantastic show.
And it's actually been almost 3 years in the making, because when that show was actually, Katie inherited that show from our former chorus conductor, Allison Cotham, and it was supposed to happen in March of 2020, and we all know what happened in March of 2020. So this has been a long time in the making. So it's going to be really, really fun, and it's over Easter weekend, so it's really on point. So get your tickets, and we'll hope to see you there too. It's going to be absolutely lovely.
And all information about upcoming shows, so on and so forth, valleysymphony.net. And Troy, one last time, talk to me about season 52. How has it gone so far, and what can folks look forward to above and beyond in future seasons?
Well, I think it exceeded my expectations coming in as the new guy. The orchestra has worked really, really hard to do the things that we've been asking and I've been asking of them, and it's really exciting to see the smiles and the joy in the playing. And I know Stacey can probably speak more to that, but I've been just super impressed with everyone's dedication, and it still blows my mind that people are volunteering their time to come play, and we're trying to make it a good experience. And I know our last concert was a blast. We had a lot of fun, and everybody really enjoyed it. So we just continue to grow, and we'll keep setting expectations of greatness and go on from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for all of your time coming in here and chatting with us. I know that we love looking forward to upcoming shows and just goings on at the VSA. And that was Stacey Ryan with the Valley Symphony Association, Troy Raper, the music director and orchestra conductor of the VSA, and Brad Wiersma, the marketing director at Montrose Regional Health, which is the concert partner for the upcoming show, A Night at the Movies, Hollywood favorites starring the classics. That is Saturday, February 24th at 6:30 and Sunday, February 25th at 3. More information, of course, available at valleysymphony.net. And don't forget to go subscribe to the Valley Symphony Association's YouTube page. I think that it really is a great platform for the VSA, and it will open up the VSA to a whole new audience. And you can do your part by going and subscribing to that channel right now. So thank you all. We appreciate your time. We look forward to talking with you again. We'll now get back to our regularly scheduled programming on Townsquare Media Montrose.